Hello! We're going to talk a little bit about our basic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Now, you may be familiar with most of these, but some people in this class aren't, and that's okay. Well, not for too much longer. I need to bring you all up to speed. So we're going to spend a little bit of some time talking about this. So let's look at an example, such as 13 plus 39. All you do is you add for each column, right? 3 plus 9 is 12. And you take the 2, and you carry the 1 from the 12 up top. Now, something to know, all of you might see 1, 3, 3, 9. What this really is this 1, this represents the number 10, because it's in the tens place. So this is really 10 and 3. And this is really 30. 30 and 9, right? 39. So when we add and we get 12, we're going to put the 2 here. But that 10 from the 12, we're going to move it up top. So that's 10 plus 10 plus 30, which is 50. 52. Okay? This reasoning also applies for subtraction. Let's say we want to do 61 minus 25. Okay? Now we can't do 1 minus 5. But fortunately, if you think about it, this is not a 6, it's a 60. So, if we wanted 1 to be bigger, we can take 10 away from 60 and turn it into a 50. And take that 10 and put it on my 1 to make an 11. So 11 minus 5 is 6. And my 50 up here minus 20 is 30. 36. Next, let's do some multiplication. So we had 24 times 7. 4 times 7 is 28. Now, we're going to take the 2, or really the 20, it's not a 2, it's a 20 because we had 28. We'll take the 20 and put it up top here. We're going to do 20 times 7 now, which is 140. And 140 plus my 20 is 160. 168. Another way you can think about this, what we're really doing, is we're doing 7 times 20 plus 4. Okay? And there's a rule, it's called distribution. And it's whenever you have a number times a sum, like this, the sum is grouped together in the parentheses, you can multiply inside. You can do 7 times 20 and 7 times 4. We get 140, which is 7 times 20, plus 7 times 4, which is 28. And so we get 168, which is our answer. Now let's say we put a 3 here, or a 30 here, made it a 37. How would this change our work? Well, it would really be the same. Except now, what we're going to do is we knew this was 168. Now, we did 20 plus 4 times 7. Now we're going to do 20 plus 4 times 30, because it's just a 30 here. Now if you want to, if it's easier, you just do 10 times 3. And then just do this. Put 10 here. We have a 0 down here for the 10. And then just do the steps we did before. 3 times 20 is 60. 3 times 4 is 12. 60 plus 12 is 72. Now, I kind of showed a long-winded way of doing this, but really, we're doing all the same math. I'm just expanding and showing you everything that's happening. There's a thing that I try to avoid. I call it the notation dance. And the notation dance is what you probably did for this problem if you ignored all of this. You did the 24 times 7 to get this row, and then you put a 0 here. We never talked about why the 0 is there, just the 0 is there. We put it there and it always seems to get us the right answer. It's like steps to a dance. It's not really, the purpose isn't really clear. It's just a thing that you do because it's just the right steps. That's how a cha-cha is done. It's how multiplication is done. Didn't think too much about it. But I want to make you aware of what's going on here. So we're going to add, we have A plus 0 is A, 6 plus 2, or 60 plus 20 is 80, and 100 plus 700. I promise you that's a coincidence. I did not think about it coming out that way, but it did. That's kind of fun. 888 is our answer. Next, we have talk about multiplication. Now we're going to do long division. And it's fine to do the steps, the easy steps you don't have to think about. It's fine to do it because we don't need to reinvent the wheel every time we do a problem. You don't need to reprove all of our steps. But I like you to understand the background to all the work that we're doing. But you can carry the 0 down and multiply it like you normally do. That's okay. All right. So, we're going to do division. Do 6 into 204. So, we have a general, a pattern we follow. It's divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. Alright? When we divide, we put 6 into 20. Now we can't fit, I picked 20. That should be, we see 6 and we see which number it can go into. It can't go into 2. 6 does not fit inside of 2. But 6 does fit inside of 20. And 6 will fit inside of 20 3 times. What we mean by that is, if you have 20, draw like a bar when it's 20 long, we'll fit 6 in. We'll fit 6 in 3 times before we run out of space, right? So that's 6, and then that's 12, and then that's 18. And if you go any further, we'd spill over the edge. So 6 fits inside of 23 times. So that's 18. That's our multiply step. What we're really doing, I want to actually tell you something, what we're really doing here. So we're really doing 6 into 200. And it goes in 30 times. And then we're subtracting 180. We're really doing not 6 times 3, we're really doing 6 times 30. That's 180. And we subtract, and we wrote bring down, but really when we say bring down, you're just ignoring the 0 and you're just doing 4 minus 0. That's 24. So 6 goes into 24 4 times. This is 24. That's 0. And so 6 goes into 204 34 times. Now that's for our positive numbers. And leave a comment. Well, if you'd like, you can leave a comment and I will provide some practice problems, but you can find practice division. It's out there. I want to provide you with resources though, so I might on the Schoology page make an update that shows where you can find more practice problems to do. If you want, you can just multiply two numbers together and then try to work them backwards for long division. So earlier when we did 24 times 37, after finding that, you can just do 24 into 888 and see what that gives you. So you can do that if you want. Learn your multiplication and division forwards and backwards.